This is the time, and this is the record of the time. My name has come from a lineage of Celts and Vikings and blacksmiths. There are different variations of my name in English. My mum named me a Brit version of an Irish name that's been in her Irish family for decades. I suspect she chose the variation because she was honouring some long family tradition while also getting to put her own spin on it. I don't think the British thing meant anything in her eyes. But it means something in the context of things. My family are entirely Irish and Scottish, but I am convinced we have some Spanish blood in us. This is mainly due to the fact that a street vendor charged up to my sister in Paris and told her she looked like an Indian goddess and had a Spanish nose. But maybe I should do better to trust men on the street. I look nothing like my sister, and my nose is wonky. She got my mother's height, and I got my father's nose. She got my father's intellect, and I got my mother's worry. The knee in my name derives from the Irish language tradition that all women are the daughters of a man. And they're not wrong, but I am my mother's daughter more than I am anything else, and my name tries to suppress this fact on a daily basis, even years after I've come to terms with it. As similar as we are, I can't help but wonder if my mother has pondered all the exact same thoughts that I have. Should I try a larger variety of drugs in order to enhance my artistic output? Should I be bolder in order to progress societal liberalism? Am I a little bit gay? I can't imagine that these are the questions that plague my mother. Maybe the following are more likely contenders for a mutual thought process. Do I truly belong in the place I'm supposed to call home? Am I crazy? Am I happy with how my life is? Of course, I'd never ask her. But I guess sometimes. I don't have a thick Irish accent, and I'm embarrassed to speak my native language because my accent is inauthentic and posh. I don't consider my hometown to be my home, or my mother's hometown, or the college commune that didn't have a ceiling or heating. The implication that I carry home with me is soothing, but sometimes I think it's because I'm dodging something. Why don't I want a home? I remember my dad staring nervously on as I rode these gigantic hurdy-gurdies in Tremor. I remember the volcano of jaggies that Emer fell into and she had sores all over her body. I remember the face my first boyfriend made when a voice on the street told him to kiss me. I remember the smell of toast and boogie eggs in my nanny's kitchen. I remember the feeling of sand in my socks as I threw a tantrum. I remember the feeling of betrayal more so than the pain of my dad accidentally breaking my big toe as a kid. I remember my own screams as I really didn't want the doctor to give me life-saving medicine at my bum. I remember the Canadian girl that made my core stretch with laughter. I remember the realization that I had betrayed my best friend. I lost feeling absolute carnage at Christmas time as my family played a league of rummy in my gran and granddad's kitchen. I remember my gran's loud and giddy laugh. Sure, I used to live outside. I used to traipse through the neighbourhood eating onion sandwiches given to me by whatever neighbour was home at the time. I used to play on pitches that were really just patches of grass, and I used to kick around a ball that I got 3 Christmases before that. I remember the squelchy feeling of muddy socks inside wet shoes, front teeth missing. Everyone else at my age did this too, because being outside was all we could do, all except for sleeping. Rain or hail or very rarely shine. Even in the wind we had fun, because there was nothing to be had if not fun. This is the time, and this is the record of the time.